Okay, so, new thing. I am headed back to college to get a physics degree, meaning my free time to play games is about to vanish. But I still want to find a way to kick back and relax with some video games every now and then. So, this is my solution to justify dedicating time to that. Modded Mishaps. Showcase-style Let's Plays covering some really cool mods for really great games. I feel like that sort of let's celebrate somebody else's creation gels nicely with the whole brainstorm, peasant's perspective, creativity, encouragement thing I've got going. XCOM 2 gets priority because I've streamed this before and it was a phenomenal time. Great streaming game. Also, look at this artwork, holy shit! Sandwich Bubbles was the artist, the person that made the Olimar Hasty highlight. Look at this detail. Look how various community members were brought to life. Look at the Rambo Olimar! This is the background! You can't even see this on the finished product, but it's there! 12 out of 10 fills me with so much joy. Anyway, I don't want to do just a Let's Play here, though. I want to get some audience creativity injected into the mix. And I think I have a fun idea on how to do that. A bit of a background explanation is required, though. XCOM 2 is a turn-based, grid-based strategy game, allowing for very easy audience interaction, but more importantly, the characters in this game are blank templates. In the past, when I used to stream this allowed me to create soldiers based off of my viewers, either injecting themselves or a character of their choosing into the game to be unceremoniously slaughtered by the aliens. But I think I can go deeper. My favorite thing about this game is how I can become invested in these blank templates and start crafting mental narratives around them. And in this playthrough, the audience will get in on the fun. I have set up a document, similar to that of the Peasant's Perspective series, that will allow people to take the time to construct the perfect character of their choosing. This can be anything. It can be yourselves, it can be a favorite character from a favorite game, or an OC that you want to see brought to life. There's a copy-pastable list of criteria to fill out, which I'll go through step by step in a second, but I want to focus on background first. Normally, this is a throwaway bit of dialogue that rarely gets read in XCOM, but for this playthrough, I would encourage people to write a short biography, or a list of character traits will do, and I will try my best to use that soldier, what abilities and equipment they choose. I will base it all on what you all put here. In other words, I'm trying to encourage some creative writing usage here. Not really as a contest, though I will be using my favorite submissions for the super cool specialty units of the game. And to be clear, it's not necessary to do this to participate. Y'all can just throw yourselves in, or Captain Falcon, or whatever. Isn't a requirement. I just think it would be fun. So, let me run down this criteria. Bunch of basic stuff first. Name is obvious. Nationality determines the flag on the character's armor. Skin tone, gender, etc. For voices, XCOM actually has a decent list of languages and accents. I'll throw the whole thing on screen. Choose whichever, it has no effect on gameplay. It just determines the language spoken when the soldier is clicked on and moved. Attitude determines various animations, the dialogue and tone of the character. It's essentially the character's personality. The whole list is on the screen, most of which should be fairly self-explanatory given the setting of the game. Colors are just which color is the most prevalent and which isn't, along with what color the weapon is painted. And lastly, we have a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of silliness. A 1 on this scale is a by-the-books traditional soldier, while a 10 might look something like this, or this, or this. If specific features are described, I will try to include them, but I am limited to whatever customization the game allows for. And that's all of it. I think. If I forgot something, it'll be listed on the actual document. Which means all that's left is to explain what the game actually is. XCOM is the game Mario + Rabbids was directly inspired by. A turn-based cover shooter where the only thing more dangerous than the enemy aliens is your faith in statistics. The basic premise is that the first game has ended in the player's failure, which is an awesome route to take for a sequel. The aliens have taken over and occupied the world. Most of humanity has adjusted to this, but there is a small resistance faction, led by the player, trying to rebel, uncover the sinister things the aliens are doing to humanity, and ultimately drive the invaders away. The tone is mostly serious throughout, if not a little basic. but it's enough to allow tensions to stay high throughout the game due to the specter of death constantly hovering over your units at any given time. That's the base game. I choose to play this game using an Iron Man setting, which for any that haven't heard the term before, means that if a unit dies, it stays that way. I will also be trying out the Long War II mod, primarily, which based on my understanding takes the base game and decides to double its content because why not? I've never tried this before. Based on my quick run-through of the game's tutorial, it is already very different. Please note that I don't want to be spoiled by anything that was changed or added, so please refrain from doing so, unless I specifically ask for it. Which does mean that this is likely a doomed playthrough, but that's okay. These games are super replayable. I can guarantee I'm not going to do just one run of this game. Plus, one character's death often makes room for a second, even better one, who will also probably die. I will have a handful of other mods stapled on, mostly just for cosmetics and quality of life stuff. I'm trying not to go too crazy because too many mods make the game unstable, so hopefully things don't crash. I'll have a list in the description of this video for any who care. And that's all the explanation needed. A streaming schedule doesn't and won't ever exist because this is supplementary to wherever college and work schedules leave me. But the first stream will happen relatively soon, and will pick up directly after the tutorial, which means I already have 8 soldiers ready and eager to be customized by viewers. Head to the document, copy-paste the criteria, and fill it out, and who knows? One of these bozos might just be you. I'm looking forward to seeing the silly creations you all make, and hope you'll pop in every now and then to see how long your creations will survive.